Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here, and it is time for an epic little tutorial video, I guess. So, it's also a mod video. You guys asked for this. I did mention it in a couple of my most recent team battles, and you guys did want to see it. So, what it is I have created kind of a new system for discs to upgrade them and such, and really bring out a bay's full potential without completely like gluing the bay, because I have done that with like a couple of bays. They're obviously not the strongest, mainly use like single or dual layer bays for it, and not a lot of them, just select few. But thought of the system that way still keeps things balanced, but really brings out the potential of some of these older bays. So the system is called the plus system. That's what I'm deeming it, is the plus system. So the plus system is basically a system for only the disc of a bay. So it's not fully like gluing it or anything. Before did like a couple of them, if you're wondering how I glued them, took some adhesive and put it here and then just put them together, and that permanently glues them. But obviously that makes it no fun because the bay like never ever bursts. But yeah, it does make it for more intense hits and such, but obviously after that point you can't use it for any legal tournaments or anything. I'm just saying that. And also just putting out a disclaimer with this: if you do this, you obviously can't use the discs or such for competitive play, because it's modding the bay. But just throwing that out there right now before really getting into it. But yeah, so without further ado, let's fully get into this. So this is actually a Storm Spriggan that does use my custom plus system. So it is Storm Spriggan wing and fusion, but the wing is wing plus. So yeah, it's wing plus fusion. And what I did for it is this is actually some of the industrial adhesive right here. Took some of it and put a little bit right there. Now it could be in any certain part of the disc, and also before doing this, you definitely want to have an adult with you, or an older figure if you are younger and you are trying to do this mod. But yeah, so you take some of the adhesive, and I just put some right there. You don't need like a whole ton of it, because the purpose of it is if you put too much there, then the disc will not fit on the bay. So if you do it the right way, it'll still fit on the bay and still be able to work, but you'll definitely feel the friction. It's basically like a built-in gun weight to the disc itself. So yeah, and like I said, that's the adhesive right there. I know people are gonna be like, you're repeating it so much, just clearly like going through every single step with it. But with this system, it makes it where the burst potential of a bay goes out that much more, like especially right there. That's where this really locks in. If you could see right there, having that adhesive, it acts like kind of a burst stopper or a gun weight, at that point. And like I said, you don't need a whole ton of it. Literally on the entire bay itself, only put like a little tiny bit of it, like right there, and you could just switch it up to wherever you want to put on the disc and such. There's not one certain point that you really need to put it. Well, mainly, it's the points where you see the layer make contact with the disc. So yeah, but the way that you do this is you get some of this, and this is why you need an adult with you and such. This is E6000 clear, transparent, waterproof. Basically an industrial strength adhesive, and it's industrial strength, so it does have fumes with it and such. And of course, like got the warning with it, so definitely make sure you have the right things when using it. But when it dries, it's basically like the consistency of like a plastic or a rubber. Yeah, and you can get it at a lot of like different stores. Like a Dollar General has this, or you can even find it online pretty easily. But like I said, when using this, obviously use caution. And if you're younger, definitely have a parent with you just supervising and such, or have them help you with it. But yeah, man, so got a small little tube here, and what you do, I'm actually in the process of about to make a bay stronger, and I guess this would be the best way of showing the example. So as you saw, you take some of it and you put the adhesive right there, and we're gonna do a little comparison just to show the results of it, how much it improves the bay. So we're going to use the Storm Spriggan Wing Plus Fusion, and we're going to take on this combo. It's another one I'm going to do a custom for. You can probably guess what teams these two are going to try out for, just seeing their color patterns. But we have Zillion Zeus Upper Excel here, and wanted to use Z2, of course, for some attack power, and of course having that upper for that upper attack, just how jagged it is and such. Give it that big time attack that Z2 deserves, because just the shape of it, and the metal balls up to centrifugal force, and also its attack power. So we're gonna have a battle between these two to really show this off. And then I'll show, like I'm showing it now, pre plus mod, and then after plus mod. So here we go. So there's S2, and then Z2. Z2 trying to get a big wind up here. Yo, S2, look at it taking those attacks, man. Taking those attacks very, very well. See, it shows that burst resistance for sure. You know, even just having the fusion and being a dual layer bay. And see, it still has that big time balance. You know what I mean? Ups its performance a bit. And still, Z2 still has a big fight. And see right there, it still keeps it balanced because it was able to get that KO right there. But also with that hit, Z2 lost a click. Now, we're going to really show this off. Try to get a burst in here. Yeah, look at those hits, man. And S2's defense. Look at that, man. Big time defense. Uh-oh. There's some big hits by Z2. It's really hanging in there, dude. But there it is. You see at the very end, having that burst and such. Now, you would not expect that with a regular S2, you know. I personally only using this system for bays that really need, like, up potential and stuff, you know. To up their power and make their potential that much stronger. Like S2 in general doesn't have the greatest clicks with it, so when you see a battle with this normally, you'd expect Z2 to whoop S2, but it managed to actually get the burst on it because of this system, and it lost 1 click. So that way, you know, it still has the clicks and such, same system, but kind of a built-in burst stopper to really up that potential, you know, because at the end of the day, it's a dual layer bay, and obviously it gets outclassed by a lot of bays like, you know, GT, Super King, Josie, all that, etc., you know, that are way ahead of its prime. But the system really does help out, and I think that battle showed it considering S2 just bursted Z2. But I'm going to be doing this with Z2, so yeah, this is going to be a custom combo, you know, that gets this plus system. So the way it works, like I said, you take this E6000 right here. Like I said, definitely just have parental guidance with it. You can see right there, it comes out looking as like a regular liquid, you know, but it dries, like I said, as like a rubber and such. And you honestly don't need a ton of it. Like in this case, I'm just going to put it like how I did for the S2 and put it on the side. So yeah, you see, literally that's all you really need for it. And then I'll put the cap back on that. And then the important thing is to let this dry. Don't put it on right away because it takes time for it to actually dry and set the right way. But yeah, I was blowing it a little bit to give it a little bit of air. And doing that, you see right there, immediately it gets a little bit more foggy. That's because it's drying, you know, it's like instant dry kind of stuff. But if you use a ton of it, it takes longer to dry. You know, the more you use, the longer it takes to actually dry. But you want it to just dry and set and maybe even shape it up a little bit. Like at this point, maybe, yeah, okay. It's good enough for me to just be able to do that. But like I said, you'll want to probably use gloves for it. Don't follow my exact lead with this, you know. And I'm going to wash my hands right after, of course. But, yeah, just set that a little bit. So as you can see right there, there's the adhesive. Oh, man, pushed it a little too hard. Whoops. A little bit too wet at the bottom. Okay. There we go. But there's the adhesive. Like I said, I'm going to be washing my hands after this. But, you can see it's set right there. All you got to do is just play the waiting game, let it set for a few minutes, and that's what we're going to do here. I'm actually going to go and do a custom little paint job for it, you know, because I do like some custom paint jobs for discs and such. And why not? Show you guys a little bit of bonus footage with the process of making this. All right, all done washing the hands. Now back to it. So in this part, we're doing a little bit of spray painting. You already know. So, got to grab spray paint. I'm going to get a few more cans soon. But yeah, this is what I use, like, you know, for some of the Miracle spray enamel, but I'm gonna get more like professional paints too because they look really, really good for the discs and make them look more shiny. But yeah, anybody who's wondered how I've done like my customs, some of the customs for other team tryout battles, how I got them a certain color, you know, this is how for like the discs. So don't need a lot of spray paint, just enough to like cover it. And plus this is like really fast drying stuff too. So of course the adhesive is on there, it's on the one side. And, you know, when obviously spray paint, make sure you have like cardboard or paper or something laid out, you know, while doing it. But yeah, okay, that looks completely covered. So now, I'm going to play the waiting game a little bit, and then we're going to come back and spray the other side. So that's how you can tell some of them are custom, you know, because they're painted underneath. TT doesn't paint underneath the discs when they do, you know, the paint jobs for any of the discs. And once again, parental advisory, of course, using spray paint. Also, we're going to take a little break and look at kitties. They're learning how to climb, you guys. They're all so adorable. Look at all of you. You're all so cute. Oh my gosh. But one's missing. She's probably asleep. Oh, there she is. She's just chilling. Gotta love how all the boys are who's sitting up here chilling like, yeah, yo, what's up, squad? Then you got her over there like, nah, I'm Gucci. All right, man, sandwich break. Hey, you want some? Y'all want some too? Oh wait, I probably shouldn't. They're still too little. 15 minutes later. Okay, it's not completely dry, but I'm impatient, so I'm just gonna like flip it. There we go. Yeah. It does take a bit of time for it, obviously, to dry. So, of course, just have some patience. That's something that I'm not doing much of. Well, I gave it 15 minutes, you know. And then just apply a coat at the bottom if you want to, you know. But then give it enough time to dry. Because if you don't, then it definitely will stick on your bay, and that won't be good, you know. So, get that. A little bit there. Get it. Is that it? Run out. Poopy diapers. Well, dang, guys. I guess that was actually the last of the paint. Well, not on camera. Huh? Yay! Oh, I almost made that. All picked up. Yay. Hehe, special cameo. So the great content creator had to go to work. Well, adult, whatever. So he let me step in. Hello, everyone. But anyways, I don't have much time. 5 to 6 hours later. All right, a little dark in here. There we go. Hey, kitty. Look at them all just wrestling. Hi. Hi. Y'all squaring up. Jerry. Then you got the girly up here that's just like, all right, I'm sick of y'all. She's teaching them how to climb and stuff and really run around. But, yeah, okay. So in here, obviously late at night, you could tell because it's dark out. But got the disc here, of course. The paper, it's all dry and such now, you know, that time to dry. And now let's get into the fun part. So you can see right there the adhesive. It's still on there and it is completely dry. So, yeah, let's get into it. Also, I survived adulting. Yay! But, yeah, we're back to it. So, we've got the fully painted upper disc right here. As you can see, the part with the adhesive is right there, completely dried and such. And if we're going for a complete time frame of how long it'll probably take, putting on the adhesive and also the paint, probably take about an hour, you know, for the entire process. So, it'll probably take less than 30 minutes for, like, one side to dry. It just depends on how much you put on for the paint, of course. Yeah, and you can use whatever, like, spray paint you want, but obviously just be careful with it, you know. But now we can make this combo. So this is the upgraded Z2 Zillion Zeus. So Zillion Zeus upper plus Excel. So yeah, let's see. It might take a little bit of testing too for it. So if it doesn't stick right away, you might want to put a little bit more on there. And yeah, I gotta find the driver. So in order to do this, you know, effectively, mainly it's just looking for the parts where there's big time friction with the base. So, you know, on the inside, obviously, you know, you have the inside part of where the disc goes. If you have it where, like, you put enough adhesive, it'll really make it where it's more like a gun weight, you know, because the adhesive rubbing against this will make it where it's more like a burst stopper. So, yeah, I might actually have to put, like, another coat on here of it. Yeah, so the clicks are, yeah, they're about the same. So I don't think that this adhesive is fully hitting the side of this yet. So the burst resistance is still about the same. So, you know what we're going to do? Going to add a little bit more and then obviously play the waiting game for a bit. So, yeah, we'll just take a little bit more on there. Yeah, so, yeah, added that little bit. I'll let it dry and then we'll get into it again, man. So, waiting game, once again, shouldn't take too long. So it's still drying, but like I said, it basically acts like, you know, it's got like a burst stopper built into the disc. You know, we've seen this with layers and such, obviously, like with the Genway. We've seen this with like the Chozy burst stoppers, you know. But now this format and this system, like the Plus system, being for the actual disc itself. So, yeah, and it's mainly meant, like I said, to make some parts that are kind of obsolete now, just having like crazy level of bays like Super King and you know, like Dynamite Battle and even like GT and Chozy a little bit stronger, you know. So you got like single and dual layer bays, you know, that you really use this for and make them stronger, even like God bays and such. But yeah, it makes it where they're still able to be bursted, but it gives them some big time recoil and defense, you know, just having that additional burst stopper really ups their potential so they can at least somewhat hang with the stronger bays. But yeah, so got that on there and just got to wait a little longer. All right, so I think it dried a little bit more. We're just going to go ahead with it. Yeah, worst case is if like, you know, if the bond isn't there completely with it and it really, really scrapes against it, then I'll just, you know, fix it up a little bit off screen. But yeah, this is the basic premise of it. You can see right there, the adhesive right there. That's the only spot that it is on this disc. There have been some where I've added the adhesive to like the bottom part of the disc, mainly just so it makes friction with the layer itself, you know, up to performance. But let's test this out. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So it is a little bit too thick for it now. So just got to pat that down a little bit. And why not play the waiting game just a little bit longer? You know, it's mainly just about shaping it. Got to have a little bit of patience with it doing this, you know, but it definitely does pay off. But yeah, put a little bit of that there and yeah. Okay, I think we're good for real this time. Yeah, seems pretty solid. All right, worst case scenario, if it's not, then, you know, yeah, so you can see right there. Okay, it is still, dang it is still a little bit wet, but it's fine. We're gonna work with it. We'll do it live. All right, so let it set a little bit longer than I am. I'm just getting impatient, you know, with it a bit, but yeah. So, see, push that down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so it should be at least strong enough for this demonstration. So let's see here. Put it back together, and you could hear that like. Okay, this is moving the clicks now. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot. Especially right there at the end. It acts like a burst stopper, you know, and it's not even like completely dried. It's like about, I'd say like 85%, 85 to 90% dry at this point. But yeah, so give it a little bit more time. But still, it shows. Yeah, definitely that resistance is there and it still does separate and such, you know. So the plus system. So now this is upper plus. But now we're going to put it up against this S2 once again. Of course, you know, same S2, just with the plus system. So it's got wing plus fusion. And let's see how this goes. Now, with the plus system being implemented with Z2, I honestly think this should have S2's number. S2 will still get in some nice attacks, but Z2 should be able to take those attacks and probably win it either with a KO or maybe stall it out. But yeah, here we go. All right, boom, and boom. So this will really show the test. This will really be a test for it. All right, big wind up. Oh, big hits, dude. Z2. Yeah, man. Get some nice attacks in. Yeah, dude, all those hits. Uh-oh. And see right there, it does take with the stamina on that one. Okay, so boom. And dang it. Got stuck on the launcher. Let's try this one more time. Alright. Boom. And boom. See that big hit, man. Big wind up. If we can get the big wind up or the big hit, that is. Uh-oh. Alright, get some decent hits in right there. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's showing all those hits. Yo, that was a really wicked attack. And yeah, now Z2. All right, only lost one click from that. And S2 also losing one click from that. All those hits, man. All right, boom. And we'll do one more. Oh, big hits. There we go. Now we're getting the test hits that we want. At least a few of them. A few of them, at least. And yeah, there we go. There's a really big hit, dude. It uppercuts friggin' royally, man. It's a royal uppercut. But yeah, it shows the system helping out S2 and also helping out this Z2. So it did not lose any clicks after that. But still, you could tell it still has the teeth and the clicks and everything, and it can burst. But this system really does help the bay out. And that upped friction, you know, you could tell with it. All that upped friction, it keeps it as one piece. And yeah, so since it wasn't completely dried, it did move like a little bit, but I'll just reshape it, of course, off screen. Just got to let it completely dry. But it should be okay even with this. But yeah, that is basically what this system is, the plus system. And like I said, I personally only use it for like some bays that really need the power boost, so you got like Z2, S2 especially, bays like that. I don't know. Like with the plus system, the furthest I've gone with the plus system is like I have used on Earth Aquila, because like it taking big time hits, it can burst, because it doesn't have the craziest teeth or anything. So bays that don't have the craziest teeth or not the most potential right away, this plus system will definitely help out their performance for sure. So playing on maybe bays like J2 or such, like some bays that are definitely not good or burst like crazy. The disc for those bays, probably using the plus system for them just to up their potential and their power, to show off their true potential. But that's what this system is. Like I said, just thought of this system because, at first it started with just like using the adhesive for a couple bays and just gluing them completely. And then it's like, nah, that would be fun just doing that, obviously, with all the bays, because it's Beyblade burst, not Beyblade not burst. So yeah, just thinking of this plus system and it making it where the bay's potential is up that much more, because having that burst resistance and such, especially a bay like Z2, because all these jagged points with it, yeah, it's got some serious power. And you know what? To bring the point home, I'll do one more battle. So for this, we're going to test a combo that'll definitely be like an underdog. Well, it'll make the other bay kind of an underdog. So we've got Odin here, which, Odin has been known as being pretty strong for at least like single and dual layer level. Odin, we're going to put the 0 disc on it, because having that big time weight and friction. So yeah, Odin 0 friction. Yeah, I got some big time weight with it and such. And in general, Odin combo's pretty strong. And we're going to have both S2 and Z2 face off against it. So yeah. All right, here we go. Boom. And this will really show it, because Odin's got some serious power, for being like single dual layer level. But if they can burst it, that right there will just show it for sure. Uh-oh, big time hits. And the main thing is they got to get those attacks in on Odin. And see right there, man, it got the burst. Check that out. And also not losing any clicks with that. So yeah, now we'll have S2 step up, another example of this system. Boom, and boom. All right, especially S2. Like, you would not expect ever to see an S2 burst Odin. So if it does, it definitely shows the potential for sure. And look at those hits, dude. And right there, man, right there. That is an S2 bursting Odin. Like, I know it's still like a single layer bay, but Odin is definitely known as being one of the strongest, for the single layers, also like Neptune and such. But it bursted it so easily. And the same thing with Z2, bursted it so easily. I think that definitely shows it, like the potential of both these bays, and just with this plus system, definitely ups their burst resistance and their strength. And it's so cool to see that, and it really gives them some shine. And also, just saying, this is a little bit of a preview for future battle coming for the team battles, because this new combo is now complete and it's ready to try out for another team. But yeah, guys, anyways, gonna end this off. I know it's a little bit of a longer video, and plus just stretching out over the span of like 7-8 hours, and truly finishing up this custom. But it definitely shows this plus system works for sure. And like I said, do this at your own risk, because once you do it with the disc, you obviously can't use it for competitive battles or anything. But just, just for casual fun and such, it definitely improves the performance of the bays. I mean, look at S2. Literally, you guys saw S2 burst Odin. You would not expect that. You would not expect to see that ever. But this system really helps out the potential of bays. And imagine how many bays could really be boosted that aren't that good that could be boosted with it. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this mod, special little mod I made. Yeah, and like I said, I know it's a little longer of a video, but really had to just show it all, bring the point home that this really does help bays. I mean, look at what it did to an S2. But yeah, without fully gluing it, But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content, because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. Also, like I said, if you're way younger, definitely have parental advisory and such with it, not only for like the spray painting part, but also the adhesive, But just putting that disclaimer out there again, you know, got to do it. But anyways, till next time, it's your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Until then, stay awesome and cool shoot or let it rip. I'm up out of here.